trouble here in Kaohsiung. 5-3 in favor of Fuldez. And Alex Pagulayan has to start trying to get it right. The former world junior champion is off the mark.
Welcome back. The culinary delights of this lovely city, Kaohsiung, at night in the night markets, where all the delicacies are well worth waiting for, queuing up for. The choice is fantastic in the night markets of Kaohsiung. We're here for the pool, of course, but on Saturday it's the final chance for the British and Irish Lions to redeem their tour. Their tour is gone in terms of the series, but one more test. It's the third test match against New Zealand. Saturday, Hong Kong time, 3 o'clock, India time, 12:30. It's on Star Sports. British and Irish Lions against the All Blacks of New Zealand. Meanwhile, a very good match is unfolding here. The defending world champion, Alex Pagulayan, against Vilmos of Hungary, who's taken a 5-3 lead. Let's go back to our match commentators, Steve Davis with Jim White.
My co-commentator's starving and they're showing all that food.
What was in that last dish?
Steve started salivating right in front of me.
What was in the last dish? It looks like it looks, well, I don't know what it looked like. It was sweetbread, so I don't know whatever it was. It was.
Well, a mistake here from young Fuldez, finally allowing Pagulayan back to the table where he can see the ball.
The satay looked nice, but the rest of it, I'm not too sure about that last dish. Do you think I'm a bit hungry?
Steve, you're looking a little, you're going to start gnawing on my arm here pretty soon.
If I start mentioning food too often, just slap me down and we'll talk about the shots.
Alex just weighing it up in his mind. There's a problem. The top end of the table. We don't know whether or not the 4 passes the 8. I wonder if he's going to look for the 2 fouls here. Or is he just going to follow this through?
Well, normally you'd eat this chance up, Jim.
I think from the 5 to the 6. Stop it. From the 5 to the 6 is what concerns Alex right now, because the 6 is not available top left. And I'm actually giving him the benefit of the doubt with the pink 4, assuming it passes to the top left corner once he removes this 1.
Well, certainly giving himself something to chew on here.
And I hope I'm not confusing our viewers at home with all this theory that we're going through here.
No, I don't think you are, because I think the pool fan now is a more sophisticated viewer than when it first came to our screens, and a lot of the people that tune in regularly now watching this game really do understand the tactics. First timers haven't got especially from the snooker world watching, haven't got a clue what's going on. I think the game's a piece of cake, and you should have tried and knock that 4 out into play.
I think that's what he's looking at
to some degree, but you're right about the 6 is obviously a problem. Although if he gets correct on the 5, he can draw down the side of the table for the 6. That perhaps isn't the problem it would initially seem.
Right now, Steve, if he's looking at the 3 fouls, he wants to lay that 1 right in between the 4 and the 8, duck that cue ball in behind the 2. He wants to take all the escape paths away from Fuldez.
Interesting rule, the 3 foul rule, obviously brought into play because there are some situations that could not be resolved because of that. I'm not too sure he's playing the safety though here, is he? He's playing the pot.
Well, he did develop the 4 in moving the 8.
Now what? Across the table, stunned, screw across the table for the 4. What was that?
Well, I have a feeling he tried to bump the 7 out of the way to leave the 4 into the side pocket.
The 4 into the side pocket. Yeah, it was on, although perhaps on our screens it looked a little bit shallow to pot, but well, perhaps complicating things a little bit too much, trying to get a bit too clever there, Jim? Or perhaps that was the only way he felt to get the rack. Can he get past this? Oh, at least he's safe. The 6 now has been nudged a fraction. Whether it goes past the 7, don't know.
Well, if body language tells us anything, Steve, Alex is fighting it right now. He's 5-3 down at this point. And quite possibly he may have wished now that he had gone for the 3 fouls. Always easy to say hindsight's 20/20.
Tough to get a 3 foul
at this level. Very tough. You might see it once an event.
An interesting thing happened to me many years ago I had a chance to get 3 fouls on Earl Strickland, but it meant that I had to play a foul on my second go. You know, sometimes it gets to the stage where both players are playing fouls, but one's one ahead of the other, and it was something tactically I never knew the shot. I could have easily have tied him up. Lots of tactics at this game that have to be worked out. Pretty simple safety there. No problem for Folders to escape from. Of course, always the problem at this game, to try and leave the ball safe after the escape. The jump shot.
Well, it almost looks like he's just got to go over the edge of these 2 colors. Just about a gap there.
Which would make the jump a lot more controllable. He wouldn't have to hit the cue ball as hard to go over the top of a ball as go over the side of a ball.
So much so he's using his playing cue to do it.
Oh, he didn't even have to jump it through the gap. Oh. Now this is where you need great touch. There's a chance that Pagulayan can play very thin off the 4 to line it up with the green 7, brown 7, green 6, bring the cue ball down, possibly be behind the 9. Or does he play across the face of the 4 ball? Or the same shot, much easier to play, less risky as well.
And this one's a little tougher than the last. I don't think that same space between the 6 and 7 is available this time, and there's confirmation of that. And with that 4 being a little more into the center of the table, the degree of difficulty, not only in hitting it, but getting it safe, goes up.
Well, there was a gap before, but obviously that gap doesn't line up with the 4 ball. This is a bit trickier to jump as well, because he's definitely got to hit this one harder than he would have the last. Oh, he nearly made it. That 4 ball did everything but go in.
I actually thought I detected a smile as he was going back to his chair. I wanted to get the replay on the smile.
No, probably wind, Jim. Probably.
Very thin cut on this 4. It looks like the path is going to take the cue ball near the 5. But again, the problem of that green 6 is what concerns Pagulayan. Just not happening for him right now. He's got to stick to his guns and try and keep the handcuffs right now on Fuldez. But these players at this level, they never like to have to try and defend, not unless they have no choice. They always come to the table to every match in attack mode. And look at this. What a beautifully judged shot.